Cœur bat en rythme, il palpite si vite. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, you guys. Oh my goodness. So, France just won Junior Eurovision again in their
Yep.
country, in Nice.
If it wasn't
We,
obvious.
yeah,
I was thinking, yeah.
yeah, wow. I mean, it was a great show once again. Junior Eurovision is always a great show.
Mhm.
But this year, I feel like we're kind of hitting a trend in Junior Eurovision where the hosts they really have to show out and win, or they'll just be disappointed in themselves. I'm not quite sure why that is, but it does look like France has been approaching Junior quite aggressively the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like I feel like French language pop music really suits the junior atmosphere because
It
it's
does.
always had this very like even since the 60s, it's always had that kind of like quality to it.
Hmm.
Where it's a little bit twee, a little bit, innocent in a way, sounding like the way the melodies are structured.
Hmm.
Um
Very accessible.
Exactly, and it's like and the vocab's always really simple, so, like, a minimal
Hmm.
knowledge of French, you can understand a lot of French pop songs, I feel like.
Yeah.
And the song's catchy, it's upbeat, it's sweet. Yeah, I think France should be proud, and I think they're a deserved winner, and that's all I'm gonna say as far as that goes,
Yep.
because they bring it year after year. They really, truly do.
Hmm. They know how to do Junior Eurovision well, and I mean they
Mhm.
aren't the only country who knows how to do it well, as we will
No.
definitely be discussing. But they came away with the victory this year, so of course, congratulations, Zoe, félicitations à Zoé et à la délégation française. You guys put on a fantastic number. Girl, that was just pretty pink perfection.
Ton français est très magnifique.
Merci. Je vais pratiquer avec les gens. But beside the point, you guys, Lily, how do you want to do this? So
I
we
don't
have the
know.
16 acts. Should we start maybe from last place and work our way up?
Um, yeah, we kind of touched on the winner. I guess let's touch on last place, which was oh my goodness gracious, I'm still getting up the
Ireland.
results. I
Ireland received a collective 42 points from the jury and online vote combined. And I don't get why.
I think she
I
looks scared. I'm not
she
gonna lie, she looks really nervous
she
to
looked a little
me.
spooked. Yeah.
Which hey, a few of the kids looked a little nervous, but
Hmm.
with oh my gosh, what's her name? I feel bad.
Sophie Lennon.
No, not Sophie Lennon. Sophie Lennon did show up.
Hmm.
Um, no, the primary singer was Jessica McKean.
Hmm.
With Jessica, I think her fear, kind of a look of fear on her face, was a little more,
Pronounced.
yeah, than
Mm.
others. Um, she did sound a little off a couple of times, but I think it was more like the nerves, and it's a children's singing contest.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold that against them at all. No, I think she did a good job, and when it comes to junior, I feel like no one deserves to come last, really.
Absolutely not. I honestly miss the times when they would just automatically give a 12 to all the kids.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was back in the day. But I feel like that was some good kind of like emotional support that like
Hmm.
even a last placer would receive. That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. And I think what it is like even like I mean she did come last with the televote with
Hmm.
42, but like 42 and 49 is still super close.
Hmm.
And the televote and like with the jury, it's 1 point away for each of them
Yeah.
in the bottoms from the jury. Yeah, I honestly I don't know what happened, but I want her just to know like she did a fabulous job. And
Yeah, she did. And I'm really happy that we have the song. It's a very beautiful song. And
mhm.
I say that especially because I find the lyrics to be so poetic and her voice is angelic. And that's kind of a winning combination to me. So I'm really proud to say that that song kind of like stays in my personal top five
Mhm.
for that
Yeah.
reason. And so
I
yeah, definitely she should stick to singing because she's good.
I love the fact that her costume, I think like she like sprained her wrist or something maybe, and
Hmm.
her wrist guard even got like the costume bling on it. I thought that was
Yeah.
really sweet. It's a cute way of incorporating. I was like, why is her wrist guard so wide? And then I realized it was a cast.
Once again,
And
excellent styling for the Irish Junior Eurovision delegation.
And Laurenti says, to be honest, they were maybe forgotten. I think that's
Hmm.
also a case because like with the way the running order was set up, it went very much upbeat, downbeat, upbeat, downbeat. You know what I mean? Like kind of
Mhm.
like switching back and forth.
Yeah.
And it was like what, fourth in the running order?
It was fourth, yes.
Yeah, so I think that could be a part of it. Because like looking here, the downbeat songs kind of look like they were the lowest in the televote, weren't they?
Mm. Yeah, which for as many like downbeat songs as we had, I still kind of find
Mhm.
that surprising because typically in Junior Eurovision, when you have even a lot of downbeat songs, you typically tend to see them do relatively rather well.
Mhm.
I feel like there's not so much balance in the results
Yeah,
this
maybe
year.
like the way the running order was done was
Mhm.
detrimental as well.
Yeah. But I mean, like, once again, she should definitely still stick to singing. She has like a nice, well-trained, like operatic voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous voice. And she
Hmm.
should feel good. I personally I enjoyed the song and I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep enjoying the song. No
Hmm.
way to get around it.
Never give
Um,
up, Jessica. You did fantastic. You did Ireland
Wonderful
proud.
job. Okay. And then 15th was Estonia, which I
Oof.
know this was my
I'm
personal
so
winner.
sorry.
Um,
Ah, gosh.
she also looks scared, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she did. But I
She
feel
did
like
have a
she like found like her like thing
mhm.
like right in the middle of it or like right past the middle
Yeah,
of it. She definitely got more confident.
yeah, definitely. And like I hated her outfit. I'm gonna just say that real quick because
Like the
it was
ribbons kind of situation.
it was like a necktie with a collar on each shoulder. Like there was a
Yeah, I
collar cut
couldn't
out
like
and then like
actually define where the fabric started or ended.
it was like, okay, so there's a collar on each shoulder
Mhm.
with a necktie going down the front of it, and like they were cutouts, and I didn't like the outfit.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
it
Yeah, that wasn't apparent to me.
it was kind of like I don't know how to like how to phrase it, but I feel like the outfit maybe held her back a little bit. She
Mhm,
sounded fine. She did look a little scared as well, but like you said, she finally got her confidence like partway through the song, and
mhm,
it's gonna stay on my playlist. I love this. It's just something about the way Arhanna performs a song that sticks with me.
mhm.
That I find to be very enjoyable and very like and very nice, like a nice what's the word I'm looking for? Not surprise. Like a nice kind of
Um, I don't know the word you're looking for. So,
me neither. But it just stays with me, and it's I feel
mhm.
like that's the strength of that song. And so, yeah, I'm gonna keep on enjoying it.
Yeah, and despite the fact that this song has a very kind of like Junior Eurovision-y type message, once again, very mature production, and the
Mhm.
delivery requires like kind of like a mature approach to music vocally. And when she does like those long notes, you could really
Mhm.
hear just kind of like the true timbre of her voice, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that in the like general biggest picture of the song. But yeah, she did look a little scared. I don't think she deserved second from last. Like that just doesn't make any sense to
No.
me.
Again, it's junior. No one deserves second to last. No
No,
one
no. I
deserves
mean, no one
it's
deserves like
so hard, like,
no one
with
deserves
junior.
bottom 15.
Everyone deserves to win a junior.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Whenever they say like at Junior Eurovision, everyone's a winner, everyone's a winner. You're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Like, they're all just so talented, and, like, all the
yeah.
songs are so good.
Hmm.
It's like I don't know how to say it, like, for people who it kind of makes me think of TikTok. I'm gonna bring up TikTok in a way, but there were
Hmm.
people on TikTok last week kind of talking about how there's, like, no age-appropriate music or, like, kids are not listening to age-appropriate music, and they wanna
Mm,
listen to, like, what adults listen to, but it's like, that's why Junior is so great because
yeah.
like, you get age-appropriate music without, like and if they're original songs, it's not, like, terrible covers being sung by children of, like, a good pop song. It's like, "Oh, these are just kids kinda singing kid songs," you
Yeah,
know?
it's not Kids Bop doing a cover of Taylor Swift and Ice Spice, but we move past that.
But
We
and
move
that's why,
past
like, the
that.
messaging with Junior songs are so, like a lot of them, like, anti-bullying, being friends, stuff like that, which I like because that's
Peace, peace,
peace.
as big as you can see, peace, as many of them as you can see, peace, white and black, just so we're clear.
Yeah, I didn't really catch most of the intervals. I watched, like, Lissandra, and then I had to go do some stuff real quick.
Mhm.
And I came back during We Are the World. I was like, why are they saying We Are the World? And I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on now. But yeah.
I mean, like, I like the idea of doing We Are the World, but the execution of it, I felt was sloppy.
I feel like whenever anyone sings We Are the World, it's a little sloppy. But that's
Mm.
how I feel about just We Are the World in general.
Honestly,
That
same.
one, what's that Christmas one? Do they know it's Christmas time? Oh,
Oh
that song
my
makes you
god.
laugh. That
I'm
song makes
glad
you
they didn't.
laugh so hard. I can't. It's
I
so
don't like that
bad.
song. I've never liked that song.
Just the clinging chimes of doom, where no rain or river
Doom.
flow. It's just like you just look at it lyric by line, and it's like, ugh. And then you get
It
that
it
great, thank God it's them instead of you.
it
Hits me
it,
every
it
time.
sounds like a song that was written by the Catholic Church.
It may have been.
May
But
have been.
Lorenzi says, I disliked your staging a bit, but I still love her song. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I
I feel
mean,
like
yeah,
the
the
staging
staging did
held it
not live up
down.
to the song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Lorenzi also says SB had to end the bullyism last year and then the bullying this year. Honestly, bullyism never stops. We must always be ready to fight bullyism.
Be ready to fight bullyism every day, you guys. It
Yeah.
gets easier when you get older.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's talk about 14th, which was Georgia.
What the heck? What? The,
Number one, those boys were singing. Those
gosh, yes, they
boys that
were.
were brought in as Anastasia's backup singers were bringing the vocal. Like, I was sitting there impressed. I'm like, these little Georgian boys, like, they kind of stole the show from her for me a little bit. I hated her dress. I
Oh, you
could
don't like
not.
the dress? You didn't like the dress? I thought it was pretty cool.
It was cool. I get what they were going for, but with the shape of the fabric, there was just something it was making me think of, and I was like, why do they do this to this child? Um,
Interesting.
yeah, I honestly, I feel like Georgia's kind of having some struggles at junior lately. They used to be like a really big powerhouse, and like the last couple of years, I don't know what's going on with the people connecting with Georgia. But
Because they
I
used to
thought,
take it like all the time. They used to
oh
like
yeah,
be winning the juries. They used to be doing good in the televote, like getting second place and like first place. They used to be up there, and I don't think the quality of their work has changed very much.
no, I don't know. I did enjoy this song. I did enjoy the performance.
Yeah,
Um,
it's my like second place or third place, I believe.
yeah, it's up there for me too because it's Georgia at junior, and like,
Hmm.
can you name something more beautiful? I mean, there are some other ones, but
There
yeah,
are other languages, but yes.
yeah, I was, it was great. I'm like, this is just. I
Like,
feel like what ended up happening is the running order really hurt some people, like
where
big
were they in the
time.
running order again? Were they somewhere awkward? I don't remember.
They were, where were they at in the running order? They were in between Poland and Portugal. Okay, so we had that kind of
Mm,
run of Poland, Georgia, and Portugal that were all kind of like downbeat,
yeah,
slower
I could see
songs.
how that might lose them.
And in that section there, they were the lowest scoring
Mm,
of that section because like 13th was Portugal, which we'll talk about Portugal more in depth in a minute.
mhm.
But Portugal came right above them, and Poland kind of did the best out of that section there.
Out of that kind of just like slower, more
That
emotional
run of
section.
3, yeah.
Got it. But the thing is, I feel like Georgia gave us one of the best vocal packages of the night. Like
Yeah,
when you said those boys can sing, they were singing. Like
they
they,
were
oh
bringing it.
gosh, the harmonies were on, and
Mhm.
they had different harmonies than the studio cut too. Like one of the boys went a little lower, and I found that to be even nicer. Visually, I like the spectacle it gave, including
Mhm.
the dress. I know you're against it, but I like the dress, and I like the kind of like fan thingies that they had going on.
The
The
fan
white
things
is
made
so
me think of like
Georgian.
it made me think of like a flower petal.
Yeah, it kind of made me think of like a butterfly almost.
Okay. Yeah, because the dress made me kind of think of like a bit of a flower. But
Mm,
just I think
mhm.
the black and the white and the black outlines, it was just a little yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Mhm.
But yeah, like it was, yeah, I feel like maybe it's the running order where it's kind of like upbeat, downbeat, upbeat, downbeat.
Yeah, them being in the middle of those two songs probably caused them to get the result that they did.
And
But
like
Yeah.
And like Lorenzi says, Poland was a not pure, slower song. It wasn't, nor was Portugal really, because they both had like that kind of upsweeping quality to them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the slowest section of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And
I could argue
it's
that,
still
yeah.
sandwiched between two songs that were more upbeat than it was. And I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like looking at the top versus the bottom, the top 7 are all upbeat.
All the upbeat songs, they bottlenecked it up to the top.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
kind of everything 8th and below were not as upbeat. So I feel like the running order kind of hurt them there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I don't know what was happening with the running order.
Yeah, that running order. Oh man.
It was a wild roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Portugal.
Portugal, yes. So this had very interesting visual things
Mm-hmm.
going on, but I do understand. I think I read kind of just like a short report saying that there was a graphics issue with
Yeah.
RTP, that they had an option to redo the performance, but because the vocals were pretty much where Júlia and the delegation wanted them to be, they didn't redo the performance. So I wonder what was missing from the show, but I enjoyed the number. It didn't necessarily feel like something was missing to me.
No, I didn't even notice there was an issue with the
Yeah.
graphics. I mean, I noticed when I got a DM like saying, "Hey, did you notice there was an issue? Maybe she'll be able to perform again." I'm like, maybe
Mhm.
we'll see. Um, I think performing again wouldn't have changed the result, to be
Mhm.
honest.
Mhm.
Um, and I think she should be happy and proud with what she did. And the hopeful quality of the song really comes through and shines. Like I know we were joking last stream about how Poland and Portugal were so depressing because
Mhm.
like the parts of the songs that are in English just hit you right away. Like, what are you going through,
Yeah.
child? And like finding out she recently moved to Portugal. Like she's from New Jersey, I think, is what I
Mhm.
heard.
That explains
And
the
like,
accent.
yeah, her English is perfect. I was like, where's this girl
Yeah.
from? She speaks
Mhm.
English better than the majority of New Jersey, let's be honest. Um, but like it was like her English is perfect. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And
Mhm.
so like it's kind of coming from a place of like her adjusting to living somewhere new and how she loves like the place like she feels the best is at her grandmother's house, which what is up with Portugal and sending these women singing about I'm calling her a woman like she's not a little girl. What's up with Portugal sending these women and girls who love their grandparents? Because
I
like
don't
this
know,
is the
but this
third
is,
one recently.
yeah, and it wasn't the host song in 2018 in Lisbon, that was about like her
Yeah,
grandmother's garden,
Ujar
right?
name was
Claudia's.
about Isora.
Yeah.
No, Isora's grandma.
Isora's grandmother's garden, forgive
By
me.
the way, did you listen to Isora Amaro's song yet? That came
No,
out like a month
ooh,
ago.
I saw it. I had not listened to it yet. Ooh, thanks for
Go
reminding
do
me.
it. I have to remind you because it's so good.
No, thank you.
Maro's song was for her grandpa. Like,
Mhm.
I guess the Portuguese just love their grandparents, which
Which, I
same,
mean, that's good. Strong family values are good.
same. But yeah, it was really good, and I think that it sounded excellent.
I love the like
Um,
the costume change that was
yeah,
continually happening throughout. I thought that was so great.
and it was such a dynamic like choice. Like it kind of helped tell the story of like going someplace new and like adjusting to your life in a new area.
And changing
And like
because of
yeah,
it.
and I think it really suited that.
Mhm.
I liked her makeup a lot. I feel like it had like that. It wasn't too polished and like overdone. It was
Mhm.
just really sweet and like kind of like childish at the same time, but not like you know what I mean.
Yeah. And it
It was
wasn't
like
like the music video with like paint strokes. It was definitely
no,
kind of like I want to say like a fantasy-esque
yeah,
makeup, like Dreamland almost.
it was really nice. What are
Uh-huh.
you doing? No,
Hi, little man.
he's
Oh my
squaring up
gosh.
to go jump up there. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, we should just give him a script.
Okay, what do you want to say? How do you feel about Portugal?
Is that purring? Do I hear purring?
Yeah, he's always purring.
Wow,
Um,
such a loud baritone.
he purrs nonstop. Yeah, like he didn't watch the show though, so we should probably not ask him what he
Hmm.
thinks. Yeah, no, it was a good placing. I feel like
Yeah.
we, you know,
And I'm glad that she gave us that song, because it's
mhm.
something that I feel like even as an adult you can still search for that sense of home when you go somewhere new and you
Yeah,
struggle to find it, and this is what that song is about. That's something that I feel like can follow anyone throughout their life. So yeah.
exactly.
A
That's
very, very tender expression.
exactly. It's a good moral to have, and I hope that, you know, she won the Voice Junior Voice Kids in Portugal recently. So yeah,
Well, you moved from New Jersey and then won a singing competition in Portugal.
good for you. Like
High
honestly,
marks, girl.
good for you.
Nice.
I'm moving that so you want to knock that over, and I don't want you to knock it over. All right,
So
let's talk about the
Portugal,
next
North
placing.
Macedonia.
Okay, number one, Slay. Like
Hmm.
that, she was giving me like R&B, like R&B Balkan ballad realness.
Hmm.
Sounded great. I
Hmm.
loved her outfit. Like, I want that hoodie. It was so cool,
Hmm.
and I loved it. I thought that was fab, and like Twitter loved it too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I loved it as well, but I was not so in love with the staging plus wide shots.
Mm,
It just
yeah.
kind of felt like the wide shots were very wide or they felt a little too long. And sometimes it just looked like the stage was a little too big for her.
Okay.
But her delivery was exactly where I wanted it to be.
Like maybe she could have used like keep the camera tighter or
Mhm.
add some backing dancers or something.
That would have been helpful. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Or even
No.
or even it could have been just kind of like impactful to
No.
have like one backing dancer or something. But yeah, what she was the only fixation on the stage, and I feel like that could have been done really, really well if the staging weren't this kind of like big open planetary situation with like a big open sky kind of look. That just made her look all the more small, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. Stop that. Yeah, no, it just like she kind of felt lonely and lost. Like we could have used something more from the stage for her, and that
Mhm.
would have been an improvement.
I mean, I still love the delivery, still love the
Mhm.
song. I think it's so professionally done. But yeah, what place did she end up getting again? I need to see.
She was 12th.
12th
So she
place.
came with the jury, she came 10th,
Hmm.
and with the televote, she came ooh 15th.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
really interesting because I know that heading into the contest, there was a lot of um, love around the North Macedonian song. There was a lot of
Yeah.
discourse and talking about it, especially because of how good it was. So that's surprising. It's a surprising result.
Yeah, I mean, I think she did sound excellent. Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
So from North Macedonia,
Oh wait, hold
the
on a second. I don't know because here's what it is. Um, the Randy budget issues. I don't know because I always feel like the budget maybe is not there for North Macedonia since their staging tends to be kind of like lacking. But even then, you can do simple staging and have it be great. Like let's compare. Let's talk about what year was that? 2019 that they won the jury
oh yeah, with just mirrors.
with just mirrors. And like you can look, that was a budget version of what Russia did. Russia had the same staging again.
Hmm.
But like it
But
wasn't
Russia didn't win the
ridiculous.
jury.
Yeah, no, it wasn't ridiculous and over the top. It was classy.
Hmm.
And like you can do simple staging and have it be classy and effective.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know, maybe they just didn't have enough ideas for what to do. It could have been like just changing the camera angles could have improved that, I think.
Yeah, definitely keeping the camera tighter, as you said, but also the lighting, I feel like just the bluish lighting
Hmm.
that was around her the whole time
That thick
kind of
lighting.
stripped it of what it could have really, really been.
A Festivali Kingus lighting.
Yeah, the
Um,
Festivali King is lighting, that like
yeah,
super wintry blue, like we're out in the extreme cold singing like really big ballads kind of lighting.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. And then Peter Hadich says, a little disappointing, but as I said last week, I expected a lower result. Okay. Unless that was directed towards Portugal, not North Macedonia, if that was the case.
Mhm.
Sorry, Peter. Okay, let's talk about Italy.
Yes, okay. So, the high vis was was So I like the construction worker meets schoolgirl kind of dynamic we have going on.
Mhm.
It matches the fact that like these girls are like singing at each other, but like on different topics. And I like that because once again, and as I wanted,
Mhm.
it kind of just gave us as many things as possible and left it open for interpretation. They got, what was it, 10th place? 11th place?
11th.
They got 11th place, and their delivery was very, very nice.
Yeah, they
Very
had
well done.
11th. They were 11th overall. They were 11th with the jury, and they got 12th with the public vote.
That is pretty good. It's not quite what I expected results-wise for that
Mhm.
song, but I was very impressed. I was very impressed with their delivery of it, and they were wearing the same lipstick. Did you notice that?
Well, that's the time they look together. You
Yeah.
know, so it's cohesive. Like they're friends. They're sharing lipstick. You don't share lipstick with your friends?
Okay, so I saw like white top kilt. I saw high vis with like a gray dress shirt and then like a blue pencil skirt.
Mhm.
Pink lipstick to tie it together
Yeah.
between those two variables. Yeah, it feels like a musical, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My favorite vocals from the
Uh,
taller girl. I can never remember which one she is. Which one is
should
she?
I don't know.
I think it's Melissa. I think Melissa's the taller one, but the one with the deeper voice, right,
Yeah.
Larindy? I think that's the one you're referring to.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her voice is very, very unique.
Mhm.
The bed disappeared. Oh, did it really? Because there were
It
a lot of.
just
It did look like they
there
were
were a
like
few.
heavy props.
Yeah, there were some big props there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, like, it was fine. Like, it didn't really stick with me personally.
Hmm.
Um, you remember way more of it than I do. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it was fine. It was cute. It sounded good. They I like duets and I like groups
Hmm.
at junior because I feel like that way they never really feel alone on stage.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think they did a good job together, and their harmonies are really a highlight of the song.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could tell that they have like performance charisma too. They
Mhm.
didn't feel like they were up there confused. They looked like they knew exactly what they were doing, and that's
Mhm.
really impressive for like kids their age to look that sure as they're delivering a piece of art.
Yeah. Let's talk about Malta.
Look
Um,
at us now. Oh my gosh.
the running order killed that.
Yulan,
Number one, that the vocals. The vocals were there. Like,
why
absolutely.
does Junior always do this to me? It's either my winner gets last place or is second in the running order. This happens every year.
Like
This happens every year, and I can do nothing to stop that. And I
her her voice blew me away, especially live. I think she sounded the best out of everyone tonight.
you
I
you
think she
you
had the
think
best
so?
vocal tonight.
Ah, thank
She
you.
was up
Thank
there.
you for that.
Her, and the girl from Albania. I mean, but it's
Yes.
Malta and Albania. They're gonna have good vocals. Like,
They have no shortage of like extremely good soulful
mhm.
vocalists. So yeah, with no exception, Yulan fits into that. And I also love the R&B-ish type
Yeah.
staging that she got too.
Oh
Like with
yeah.
like her singing in the background, like this is so like
The
boys to
white
men.
the white chair, the suit.
Mhm.
Um,
And
my
I
biggest issue
swear, like yeah.
to the moon and the stars in the sky.
That's what she was giving, like visually,
Yeah, no, I see
aesthetically.
it. I see it. I think what Augusta says though is my biggest thing holding back with it. To me, the song was a tad adult for Junior, but damn, she really killed it live.
Mm,
That's my biggest issue with the song is I just feel like it's too grown for Junior. If
mhm,
this was like an adult Eurovision contest song, I'd be calling like winner. You know what I mean?
mhm.
But like, as it's Junior, it just gives me a little hesitance. She sounds great though.
Mhm. I'm really proud
Like,
of her because that's a hard, hard, hard song to sing. It is
yeah,
probably like for a soloist the hardest song to sing out of all of them.
yeah.
So yeah, like and it was incredible the fact that like she was able to keep pace through the whole
Hmm.
thing because there are so many like changes and dynamic like ups and downs just throughout the track that it's just like you got to be 100%, you got to be good. And Yulin
Hmm.
did that.
Yeah, no. Yulan sounded fantastic. I also don't like a little bit of midriff showing. I'm not a big fan of midriff on children. But like she sounded amazing. Like, yeah. And like the Rindy says right here, Alicia Michelle reminds constantly people that everyone in Malta can sing. Malta and like
Yes.
Albania. Like, you know the meme of the men clasping hands? And like it's one thing, it's men clasping hands, and the hands, it's like one hand says Malta, the other one is Albania, and in the center it's great vocalists. Like, it's just what is in the water.
No shortage. Despite how small both of those countries are, no shortage.
Larendi said it's so damn accurate. LMAO, everybody in Malta can sing, dance, act, or something. I mean, the
They had a
talent
national
is
selection with 36 different acts this year, many of whom were new, and they were
honestly,
good.
and I'm going to say this because we really talked a lot about Malta's acts, the 36 of them. There was a lot of good stuff in there this year.
Yeah, there was. I go
It
back
was
and
a
listen to them on
solid.
YouTube all the
It
time.
was a solid selection. I was impressed. I'm so used to like the Maltese national selection being like, okay, Malta, you've got one choice here. You've got like one choice.
I could say
But
they have like 6 maybe.
they have I think they could qualify this year. I know we're so early. We only have one song so far.
Let's give them some hope though. Let's give them some hope because I also see a path for them to do it this year, especially for a couple of those songs.
Okay.
We will get the chance to talk about that, but I feel like there are a couple songs in the Maltese selection that are strong, just across the board strong.
Yeah, like this here, it was back to Yulan. Yulan was great.
Back to you.
10th place seems low, but I'm gonna say it's the running order that killed that one.
Second is
that's
just never a good spot for anybody unless you're Kazakhstan. Oh,
yeah.
Kazakhstan, rest in peace, girl.
I mean, Croatia won from second place, and like
That's true, but that was 2003.
It was sandwiched between Spain and Ukraine. You know what I mean? That running order killed. Like, if she was not where she was in the running order, if she was like in Poland's spot in the running order, I think it would have,
Yeah, if she were in like the slower chunk and was like the pick me up for right after that, kind of like to lead back into the up tempo, I feel like that could have been really nice and she could have gotten a higher score. But yeah, second, that's just not
it was
it.
a running order that killed her there. And let's go on from Malta to Germany. Germany came ninth, top 10 for Germany. Woo!
Woo! And like not bottom two.
Not
Thea,
bottom
you
two.
have broken a record. You've broken a record. You've done it. You've done it for Germany.
Was like, good job. Like, Germany hasn't been in the top 10 in anything in so long. Fabulous. I'm so happy. So happy. Afia's adorable. Her staging confused me for a second because at one point, like the way her shadow was casting on the bed, I thought someone was sitting on the bed signing. I was like, oh no, that's just her shadow. Never mind. The dance break worked really well for me. Yeah. I think the interaction between her and the dancer was really sweet. She came across very genuine on stage. I think it was an excellent performance. And I totally get why Germany did better than they've done in a long time.
Yeah, me too. I also love the fact that like she when she wasn't like dancing with her dancer, which mind you, I love the choreography that she had with her dancer too. Like that little bridge moment that no one was expecting and they were like doing like cool footwork. Awesome. Love that. But how she also was just going to like the apron of the stage and was just engaging with the audience and continuing to sing. That is a powerful performer. Yes. She can capture the stage and she should absolutely continue to be confident in singing because I really love that song. I love it lyrically. I love it aesthetically. Well delivered.
Yeah, Vanya Lubitsch, Germany was touching actually. It was. It was really good, and they got 4th with the televote.
That's incredible, like, especially for Germany.
Fabulous for Germany, and like totally deserved. I'm like, what was the jury not seeing? But yeah, like that was excellent.
One thing though, it's one critique that I do have. It's just I feel like we have overused like the pink and blue lighting dynamics for a lot of these songs. It's very Rotterdam.
Well, because pink and blue is like it's a popular lighting choice, and people are kind of moving away from pink and blue more to orange and purple. because pink and blue, because it's like they're contrasting, so they look good together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Junior, it makes sense to kind of still keep it pink and blue.
Mm.
I don't know. Like, it
Maybe
didn't bother
Rotterdam
me
was
as much.
weird with that.
No,
And not
Rotterdam, there was a
Nice.
lot of it. There was a lot of it. I mean, this year there was some, but like, I mean, I'm not gonna be too. And also, I feel like pink and blue is like a more junior. When I say junior, I mean like in general, like juvenile
I do
version of
agree
the
with
orange
that.
and purple.
Yeah, it's just a little more it's a little more youthful.
Yeah. Augusto Dominguez says the German sign language throughout the song touched me and made me for it. Yes, Germany, yes, yeah, not. It was fabulous.
I want to like learn the lyrics of the song in German Sign Language and just be like doing it like all over the place because it's a really pretty sign language too. Like it's just so aesthetically pleasing to do. What it looks
My
like.
sister learned ASL from watching music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally would sit there and would just watch. I still remember the ASL music video. I still remember the two songs known ASL are gonna date me. Hot and Cold by Katy Perry and Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
Woo, 2009 come through.
Those two are stuck in my head because my sister used to sign them so much. And like I'm never gonna forget them.
There's sign language versions of those songs. Well, I mean, of course there has to be,
Of
but like
everything. But like, yeah, like because like this one lady back in the ancient days of YouTube, I wonder what happened to her channel, would just make sign language covers of pop songs. And so my sister would just enjoy watching those to the point where like she then picked up like enough sign language that like, you know, she can like order at Starbucks. It sounds weird. We have one of that restaurant, you know, I mentioned. We have a chain here where most of the staff is hard of hearing or deaf.
That's really nice.
Because
That's
we
cool.
have a it's over by Gallaudet, which is like a university for people who are hard of hearing and deaf.
Yeah. Everyone get to know your hard of hearing communities.
Yeah.
And support their businesses.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah. I'm just kind of looking here now.
Wonderful job, Fia. Like that will, I think, go down as lyrically one of my favorite Junior Eurovision songs of all time.
All right,
it's so well done.
8th place, Albania.
I had a feeling that she could be the upset of the contest. I am gonna make the claim that she had the best voice of the night. That is
okay. So she's your best voice in the night. Mine was Malta, but like I said, Malta and Albania were both up there for me.
It's like they're like this. It doesn't actually matter, but
like they both sounded amazing.
Also, the dress. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It was,
and
like,
she can perform.
And they both, and you know, honestly, if we're like comparing two songs other than just the voice, I think the songs themselves are very similar from Malta and Albania too. They both have that R&B quality to them. Yeah, no, they were both fantastic.
I do have to give just a little bit more credence to Viola though, because
Viola sounded amazing.
Just pristine, perfect, recreating the studio cut of the song. 8th place was the dark horse, Peter. You are absolutely right. And I had a feeling it could be her because her voice is just so interesting. When she won the national selection, I was like, this is interesting. I really want her to do well. And 8th place, that is left side, you guys. That is amazing.
Yeah. Albania surpassed my expectations too. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't ready for 8th place from that. I thought it was gonna be down there in the doldrums of like maybe 12th at the highest. But like it was deserved because she sounded studio cut.
Yeah, like, we were all caught by surprise, definitely.
Yeah.
But once we heard those vocals, it makes sense. Like it makes sense to me now.
Sandbox is online voting in JESC Unlimited. I voted for 3 countries, refreshed the page, and could vote again and again. I thought that maybe from one IP address, they'd only accept a limited number of votes. I have no idea.
I have no clue.
My best guess is maybe 20. Because that's how many times you can vote when you vote online. Like when I did my voting online for adult Eurovision, I know it was 20. I only voted twice for junior. I voted last night before the show, and then I voted once during the show.
I just sent my votes in during the show. I didn't. I kind of went in raw. I didn't see any of the rehearsals or anything. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
kind of had some votes that did based off rehearsals. And then I came back in and I did some more votes based off the show itself.
Mhm.
Um,
That's a really
once I had
interesting
saw
thing to draw
everything
attention
together.
to. Mhm. Well, I mean, like I when I sent my votes, like I did notice like there was a little bit of an interface problem on the site, but that
Mhm.
also might have been the time that I did it. It might have just been flooded at the time, but my votes did get in, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's go to the Netherlands.
This was also a pretty surprising result,
Hmm.
I think.
Yeah. I I did much better than I thought I was gonna do. I'm not gonna lie.
Interesting.
I just because the song to me just sounds like it's 2005. It sounds kind of dated.
It's
It
thanks for watching
sounds
music to me. It's literally like
it sounds
check out my
older
other
than the
videos.
kids are, and they're
Mhm.
gigantic Dutch children. I'm sorry. Like when they all came on stage after like the show, I'm like, why are these Dutch children so tall?
The Dutch are just tall. That's just the
I
Dutch.
know. I was like, there's some tall. Yulan's tall too.
Oh yeah,
Um,
she's quite the tall girl.
I mean, like, it just makes me think of my sister. Hold on. Speaking of sisters, hold down the fort for me.
All right, you guys. So, who are we just talking about again? Oh yeah, the Netherlands. So with the Netherlands getting seventh, that was actually pretty surprising, or at least I think so, because in the community, I did see that they were getting a lot of love, that they were getting a lot of like positive feedback just all throughout the journey leading up to Nice. But with the song itself, with the performance, I do feel like it was detrimented a little bit due to the fact that it had that blue and pink color scheme, slash the fact that the song kind of felt like it might be indistinguishable from like the opening sequence of the show or the closing sequence. It has just that kind of like TV intro slash closing quality about it, if that makes sense. And also the camera cuts. I feel like they would have gotten a higher result if they didn't have camera cuts that didn't completely show the choreography, because there were some times in the show that I really wanted to see like the steps in the choreography. I just wanted to see them dance, but the camera just kept cutting like either to the audience or like to the dancers or to Sepp and Yasmin at really weird intervals that did not make a ton of sense to me. So for that reason, I kind of feel like they might have lost points, but vocally they were there, and I like the fact that Yasmin had the long note and that it was probably the steadiest I've heard her do it since she's been performing the song. So that's always good. Their chemistry, like excellent chemistry between those two, and really good chemistry that they have with their dancers. But yeah, and just to loop Lily back into the conversation I was having with y'all. What I think my biggest critique about the Netherlands is the fact that we didn't see any of the choreography. They were just camera cuts, camera cuts, camera cuts everywhere you look. But it's just like, this is a dance song, you guys. We need to see the choreography. The cameras didn't allow us any of that. You're muted.
The lighting also felt a little weird to me too. Like it
Flag
just like
parade.
yeah, a little. Like it was just very
Passe.
yeah, it just all felt the styling was also odd. Um
They looked like they were going to do something NASCAR related.
yeah, a little bit. And then the one girl was dressed like she was gonna go be in like a production of Mamma Mia. It was just very interesting choices.
Mhm.
Yeah. They sounded good though. They sounded great. I'm not gonna
Yeah, like
lie.
that was the best live I've heard them sound since the song was selected.
Yeah, by far. Netherlands had a little lower expected. Netherlands a little lower than expected by most people.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I'm not most people, so you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna.
I'm not most people, and I personally I have the song on my right side personally, but I
Yeah.
had a feeling that this would be top five. That was just my inclination.
Okay.
Yeah, that was not executed.
Yeah. It missed out on top 5 just by a couple. Number
Just by a
6 was
couple.
Poland.
A lot of the scores are so close.
Honestly, it's junior. Junior scores are always super, super close.
Mhm.
Because yeah, like
Poland?
yeah, Poland got just 2 points more than the Netherlands did.
So it could have been anyone's game at that point,
And then the Netherlands came 5th with the public vote, and they
which is still really
came
good.
7th with the jury. Yeah. No,
Hmm.
I still think that they were fine. I think the Netherlands just needs to get back on track maybe, because the last few years I feel like they haven't been at their full potential.
Like they're almost there. They almost have it, but they just narrowly miss, kind of a deal.
Yeah. I think what they do is they bring songs that like people like, but it's no one's favorite.
Mhm.
Like they consistently are probably in people's like top 3, top 5, but not people's top 1.
Yeah. Do you feel like to some degree with like as many duos as they've been sending to adult and junior, they're trying to recreate a Waylon and Ilsa?
No, I think they're trying to recreate a Kisses and Dancing.
Stefania, she's Eurovisioned out, I bet. She
I
got 10th
know.
place and she's perfectly content. What did she like? Netherlands got like 3rd place that year or something. They did well.
Song's a banger. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. Like, that's one of my
2016 is one of the
favorite.
best junior
That
Eurovision
is
years.
one of my favorite songs. Like, I
And
still
it's
listen to
perfect for
that.
kids. It's perfect for junior.
It's perfect for me. Like, I don't care. I love that one. Yeah, let's see here. And then we have Poland came. What was it?
Poland.
6th. I don't know how I felt with the staging. I was like, okay, are these like your baby pictures? Which cute.
But that was like what, 8 years ago? When those were taken. It's just like you
How old
but
is
you're
she?
still a kid. Like you're reminiscing.
How old is she? I
Because
don't
I
know.
believe those are photos of like when she was maybe an infant to about 2 years old.
Yeah.
Definitely recorded on a smartphone.
Yeah. My baby
Yeah.
pictures were not recorded on a smartphone. That's for
Mine weren't
sure.
either.
Hell
I was
yeah.
actually in the transition into smartphones, but
Okay, well, that's you. My baby pictures were taken on like a roll of cam. Like they have these things called cameras, and you had to take the film canister and put it in the camera. And
like
if
a
the film
Kodak,
can't,
huh? Like a
yeah,
Kodak.
like a literal Kodak. Honestly, I think it was a sweet song. It was performed sweetly.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the result they have, I feel was suited for it, and that they should still be happy with the result they had. I think I actually like this better live too than I did in studio.
Same. And that's really surprising too because I was so confused by when it won the national selection, like as the
Mhm.
selected song. I was like, I don't know where this is really going for. But when we saw the full package with the choreography, with the costuming, it felt a lot more cohesive. And during one of the green room segments, she described that like she was singing about her mom, which
Mom's a
I found to
hero.
be very touching, especially on top of the fact that the music video also has her like singing this, or like it feels like it's dedicated to her dog.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's just a really good song to kind of just like reinvigorate a sense of love that you have with the people around you.
Yeah, it was very sweet. Very sweet.
Hmm. And the
Yeah,
vocals, ooh, yeah,
yeah.
she
She
hit
can
those
sing. She
notes.
can also sing.
She hit those notes.
Um, yeah. I have not really much more to say besides I thought it was sweet and excited. I liked it definitely better live than I haven't. This is my favorite time I've heard it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think me as well.
Yeah. All right. Let's go on to Ukraine and Kivka, which number one, that song's
Fine.
that chorus. That chorus.
That
Like
course will follow you until the end of your life.
Kivka, Kivka. It's gonna be in my head for like the rest of my life, nonstop.
Little Sailor Moon.
Um, 100%
With
the
her
state.
little wand and everything. Oh, God.
That state. Like, hold on a second. Do I have?
It's
Do you
like
have it for me?
star power. That is a girl with like real star power. She saw the stage and was like, this belongs to me. She saw the votes and was like, those belong to me. And
My little
she
wand.
killed it up there. Just Oh my god.
I just happen to have it nearby. Oh no,
You're
like
supporting Ukraine.
it was so it was I did give her votes. It was so cute.
Hmm.
I just anything that references magical girls, I love.
I also love the fact that like her color scheme, it's blurred out. I can't really see. Oh my gosh.
There you
Look at
go.
her.
Sorry. I love magical girls. Yeah, no. Like I love the staging. It was so cute. That chorus never's gonna leave your head ever. Because
Hmm.
what Kivka means flower, right? Or am I
Yeah,
crazy?
flower.
Oh, yes, good. Okay. I remember some Ukrainian. I know I know some words in Ukrainian. Yeah, no, the colors, the pink and green, it suits the song title.
Hmm.
It was really sweet. It was very cute.
But also when it was just like when it was like the English part of the bridge and it was like this
Mhm.
red doom kind of like color shot, like with her deep voice, like find
That,
yourself.
that's
Like
when she's
that
fighting Queen Beryl.
plot. It gave
Yeah,
us plot.
it was an episode of Pretty Cure. Fantastic. Like,
I'm pretty curious. I need to see that.
there's a lot of Pretty Cure. There's like about 30 years of Pretty Cure to get through.
Oof,
It's 20 something
dang.
seasons. Yeah, one of you, but your worm of the year, and Anastasia's a little fairy. She's just the cutest little thing.
Hmm.
Um,
And she can perform like a star. I love
Queen of
that so much.
Cuteness.
She's so confident.
Oh, I highlighted. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. He's trying to grab his tail off my screen right now. We're gonna just roll with it. And then we have sorry, Princess Rather. Okay, so Lorendi says Princess of
Princess for
Cuteness
now, but crown
who
princess, so
stage
she will be the
graced us.
queen.
Adorable. Ukraine always killing it with earworm.
They just do that. They know how to do that.
Honestly, and then here's Peter Hadich says another dark horse. Televoters loved it because of the chorus. Honestly, that chorus is gonna stay in my head for the rest of my life. I'm gonna just like sing something. Go, keep good. I think I was humming it last like a couple of days ago and didn't realize what it was from. And I was like, oh, right, that's why this is stuck in my head
Mhm.
when I went and
It's just
watched
your
this
local
morning.
magic girly. Well, not local magic girly, the Ukrainian one, but
Yeah, I'd watch a show about Ukrainian magical girls,
that would be so much fun. With
wouldn't it?
Anastasia as the lead, as the Sailor
Yeah.
Moon.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Augusta Dominguez, I
Yes.
believe that Ukraine has everything to win all tonight. Anastasia was super charming and they had everything right, 100%. Because
Hmm.
Ukraine came third with the televote.
Yes.
The jury pulled them down.
Mm.
The jury only had Ukraine in ninth.
Oh, interesting. But she still scored top
Jury.
5. That
Yeah.
is a top 5 result that she's taking back home, which is
Yeah.
higher than last year. I last year I don't think they got like in the top 5, but that
Mm-hmm.
was the song that was following Kalusha's win at the adult contest, so people thought that it was going to have kind of like a similar poll.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily, but Ukraine produces bops. They produce good music, good songs. So that's why it did as well as it did. It's accessible to kids. Everyone's going to remember that. And the performance was exactly what it needed to be.
There's honestly a few junior songs that like hit still. This is gonna stay on the playlist. This is gonna
Hmm.
absolutely stay on my
Yeah,
playlist.
I need to make like a master playlist for Junior Eurovision because a lot of songs I still go back and listen to, and I will continue to do so throughout my life.
Yeah. The United Kingdom and fourth. Top 5 finish for
Girls,
the UK.
band
Deserved.
unique, top
I
5
was like,
again.
UK.
Congratulations.
I was like, goodness. Did I just hear hell in a junior song?
We did. They cussed.
I was like,
Like
scandals.
I walk right into hell. Like
Like, girl, yes, you do. No, this was good. This was good.
it was like a New York City skyline almost in the
It was
staging.
fun.
Like it was
Like,
Manhattan. I saw.
it was like the elemental openings with the summoning circles above them. Like, okay,
Mhm.
I guess you're walking right into hell, huh? With that summoning circle, homegirl. They sounded great. They looked great. The dancing was good. It was a good overall, solid girl group package. UK be proud. Like it was, and then they started crying in the interview, and it was so sweet. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
that
oh,
was
I
really
love these
sweet. Like
three.
you could tell that this is like the time of their lives right now, and they just
Mm-hmm.
want to be there like with each other. I hope they stay together
Me
because
too.
like when you see a group of friends who are like that close, you just get like a good feeling.
And
Yeah, I hope they stay together.
I love that they each got a moment to shine too when they were doing this. And the UK
Hmm.
needs to stick to Junior because they're doing something right with Junior.
They're doing something really right.
And like another thing I like about this one is I think before I said it kind of felt a bit adult when we were talking about it last week. And that was
Yeah,
the wrong word for it. It doesn't feel adult. It feels teen. It
teen.
feels like very preteen, kind of like I think they're called the Descendants, like the Disney villain.
The Descendants, yeah.
It kind of feels
Yeah, yeah,
Descendancy, especially with the staging.
yeah.
And I'm like, I like that kind of a feeling because it's like, you know,
It's like
kind of like low
appropriately
key
teenage.
and like low key, little bit of witchy vibes. It totally
Hmm.
got my alley when I was like 13, 14. Well, not 14, like when I was like 12, 13.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, I take back my critiques I had of this one last week about being too mature. This
Hmm.
works. And I think that with the staging and everything, it looked great. It felt great. It felt like and like they had kind of like effects going on in the stage too. So like they kind of cut out the audience to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And it was kind of giving me that one performance of Perfumes when they're on top of like the
Oh yeah.
building.
What's the name of that song? Because I remember I used to watch that music video all the time.
Yeah, I can't remember which music video it was, but like
Oh,
it
shoot.
kind of has that same vibe. And that's another girl group of 3 with great dance moves.
Slight small aside, but the song "Nah" by Perfume, I can still do the footwork. I still remember how to do that.
Mine is Fushi's and That Girl. I know that one
Oh
still.
gosh. Yeah.
Um,
Perfume. Like highly recommend them if you like electric J-pop, you guys. Highly recommend them.
if you want to,
They're still gorgeous.
side note, if you want to see what somebody can do with a live performance on a stage, try looking up some of their live performances.
Mm.
Let me, the Eurovision stage has nothing on some of the staging that they've done. Like, can we get their artistic director to come do a Eurovision song one year and show y'all
That
how it's
I like
done?
that idea. I like that idea because like Perfume, they were like the destinies of Japan for a
I mean,
sec.
they're still up there.
Yeah. Name another
Sorry.
girl group trio other than Baby Metal, I guess.
Um,
Japanese girl group trios, like they're not that much of a thing anymore. I don't think.
oh no, I was talking about like American girl groups too. I was just thinking
Oh,
girl groups
American
in
girl groups
general.
too. Um,
Because when you said Destinies, I was like, Destiny's Child, right? Yeah. There were 3 of
American girl
them.
groups. We
3LW had 3.
Real
TLC was
W,
3.
TLC was
But we don't really
3.
have girl groups anymore here.
Yeah, that's not a thing so much anymore. I would say for the English language
Yeah.
market, it's definitely more for like British.
Yeah,
It's
the
definitely
British are
more of a
holding that
British
down.
thing, British Isles,
Hmm.
because then you have like yeah, like all kinds of like Flow, like that they're really
Yeah.
big out there in the UK and just English language music right now. And they're a girl group trio, but yeah, it's not all that common. So they're bringing
Yeah.
it back kind of like a piece of like musical heritage by being a girl
Yeah.
group trio.
I feel like girl groups and boy bands went away in the States, but the UK has been holding them down for English language.
Mm-hmm.
And these 3 were holding it down for English language girl groups. So yeah. Thought it was age appropriate. The staging was a little spooky, a little fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was a good performance overall.
Yeah, congratulations, girls. UK is like continuing to be building themselves up, and thank you for giving the country that hope.
All right. Armenia. Another girl group.
The
I thought they were
dragon,
going to take it. I thought they were going to take this.
the
I'm not going to
dragon. As
lie.
soon as I saw that dragon, I was like, "Is this the winner? Like, is this it?"
It was good. It was polished. It was perfection. It was everything I want, like in a pop package.
Mm-hmm.
They looked great. They sounded great. Everything about that. I don't like the midriff on little girls, but like everything about that was like
It's like
perfect.
the perfect amount of ego too, you know, because that's a song that you have to be like crumping, fronting. You got to be like, you got to have like some swagger to yourself.
Exactly. I was
All
gonna say
five
some
of them,
swag.
all 5 of them had swag. And
Yep.
that's impossible to achieve in a group that's big for all 5 of you, for none of you to be the missing link.
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh, no, they
Very
were
well
all on
done.
point. All
Oof.
absolutely on point. They should be so pleased.
The dance break, love
So good.
the fact that like their harmonies were still clear. The dragon, I'm still just like, y'all put a dragon up there. That
Yeah,
is
when that
cool.
dragon came up, I was like, honestly, I was shocked when I saw the televote come in. I
Yeah,
thought
me
they
too.
had this in the back because they came second with the jury.
hmm
I thought for sure they're going to be taking this because I was like, oh, they're going to win the televote comfortably. They
Yeah,
came fifth in the televote. No, they came sixth. I don't know how.
sixth in the televote. Yeah, that doesn't
Or
really make any
fifth. I'm
sense to
sorry.
me at
Let me
all.
count.
And like
Yeah,
the song
sixth. They
is
came sixth in
also,
the televote.
it's one of the catchiest songs of the bunch. So that also really doesn't make sense to me because like I'm gonna do it my way and I'm breaking the rules. It's just like these are English lyrics that everyone is gonna be able to remember. And it's a
Yeah.
group. Like groups are back now, right, kids?
Yeah, no, I
Like
hope so.
K-pop. Come
I
on.
hope so. Yeah, Armenia is another JESC powerhouse. The song absolutely slaps.
Adding to my master playlist, absolutely.
Going on there.
hmm
Really low. Where were the K-pop fans?
Were they asleep?
I guess
Were they around the
maybe.
world just asleep? Because that could have been me if I didn't get up at my alarm. So
Like that, they killed it for me. Like that sounded
mhm.
good.
And they should still be proud, definitely.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking for this. And yeah, Lorendi, they were not far for that win at all. No, they were trying for it. Top three,
hmm
they should be absolutely pleased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top three in an international
Augusto,
song contest. Excellent.
Armenia was serving fun. The girls can be proud of themselves. They did a great job and they killed it. Agreed. Like
I
no
want to say best
notes.
choreography of
Oh,
the
choreo
whole
was
show.
on point and they
The
sounded
best
good
in
the
the
whole
whole
time.
show. Dang. I
Yeah.
hope they have like a K-pop era. You know, I hope Yan
Mhm.
Girls sticks together and they stay recording together and they just continue to
Yeah.
make like really good hard-hitting bassy pop music because I like it feels like their niche already.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Mhm.
All right. I'm good. Let's go on to Spain. Augusto, you can start typing in your
I
comment now. We know
love
you've got
you,
things to
mon
say.
amour, je t'aime.
That it's such a sweet song.
It is.
And she's cute as a button. Like
She is.
adorable. And like the staging was so sweet with like the little travel theme. It especially worked
Yeah.
because like she says like I love you in different languages.
Mhm.
It was really sweet. Like
I feel
honestly,
like if she didn't open the show, she could have won.
I
If she
think
didn't
so
open, she
too.
could
I
have
think
won.
if she did not draw first, that she would be the winner because drawing first, she came second. She was third in the jury.
Mhm.
Like she was third in the jury with 115 points. Armenia got 116 with the jury. So they were neck and neck.
Well, it could have been an interesting switch up.
And then she got second in the televote with 86. Yeah, if she was not first in the running order, she would have taken this, I think. Because I mean, like, even then the top three scores in the televote were Ukraine got third with 83 points.
Mhm.
Spain had 86 points. And then France had 92. So they were within 9 points of each other in that top three section of the
Wow.
televote. And yeah, no, Spain crushed it. If like I said, if they did not open the show, they probably would have won.
Mhm. Gosh, why was the camera just so intent on showing poor little Sandra having a panic attack? I noticed that they did this last year
Not
with
her.
second place
Oh my
too.
god. Her dancer who was behind her, like the one girl who was like this the whole time. I was like,
Like,
mood, same.
someone get them water.
Like
Please, get the cameras off of them, get them water.
yeah, no.
Gosh.
You can read
But
this
yeah,
comment.
like
It has Spanish and I can't. We know I'm too gringa.
could only win junior opening the show. Sandra te quiero demasiado. Guapa, guapa, guapa.
Yeah. Like
I
just
wish I knew what demasiado meant, but yeah, whatever it is, I probably do agree with you.
I mean,
Gosh.
I know what words mean. No, and then Sandra Valero stan account, they can be proud of finishing second out of most people taking them the equation because they were opening the show.
Getting second when you open the show is one of the most amazing things that can happen.
Fantastic work.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Jordan, these people are cruel. Last year it was Armenia. This year it was Spain. Like the tears are dropping like crazy. I can't even. Really, it's the dragging it out for me. Like, sir, you sped right through the first 15 sets of points, and then we're dragging it out for the last one. I'm like, come on, let's just hear what it is. Come on.
Like, Olivier, do you want to spell the word like 15 in English? Like,
right. And then the Rendies, Spain did everything right. Almost perfect getting ideal running. Okay. Ugh. Spain did everything right. Almost perfect except for getting ideal running order. Like I feel like if they were just got a better draw, they would be winning. They would have won. And I mean, even second is excellent. Like,
and not to mention, like a second that's that's not all that far off from first either. Like you're only 27 points behind. That could have been an upset at any point.
Yeah.
So
And then it's the fact that they're so close too that makes you go, if the running order wasn't what it was, y'all would have taken the Spain.
Yeah, imagine if France opened and Spain got like the French spot. Then I feel like the results would be like turned on its head.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of France, our
Well, you
winners, La
guys,
France. We
they
already
did it.
talked about them. Just kind of give us a last kind of.
It's okay. So, if I take away all like the fanfare, all the like gloire of the show, and just focus on the song and the performer, good French pop, a good French pop song, very easy to remember, and as you said, the lyrics are very simple, which makes it very accessible to the casual viewer, and especially kids who are learning French or just like a good beat. They executed it well. The staging was very well done. Love the harp piano, like that was great, and the choreography was solid. To be honest with you, though, I don't think she was 100% vocally there, but you don't necessarily need 100% in Junior Eurovision.
I don't think you need 100% adult.
I mean, it's the aim in adult. In junior, you're just kind of meant to like have fun and be proud of yourself. But well done, yeah. Like
I'm sorry,
they deserved it for sure.
I'm looking at France's record at junior right now. Their lowest score was in 2004, and they came 6th. They have not been lower than 6th place.
And that's very,
after they returned,
impressive.
They came 2nd. Angelina was 2nd. Carla being 5th. Carla having the worst result
out of all of the last like 5 songs of junior. That makes no sense to me. I could definitely put winners below Carla.
I mean, like I could put winners of adult below Carla. Like Bim Bam. Oh, Bim Bam was a banger. Je me sens toi, banger. Bim Bam toi, banger. J'imagine, banger. Tic Tac, not my favorite, not gonna lie. Oh Maman, not my favorite.
Yeah.
Cœur, I like more. Yeah. I think it suits the pantheon of French winners.
It does. And it's definitely my favorite of the last 3 years that France has sent. Like it definitely beats out the song that you just said, Tic Tac, and
Oh Maman.
Yeah, like that's just me personally, but oh my gosh, I forgot. This is Lissandro is no longer the trophy holder.
It now is held by Zoe. Honestly. So
Roxana
next year
to Victoria kind of like stuff.
Right. France has the Olympics next year. And they also have junior next year.
Oh, that French wallet. that French wallet.
Oh, I gotta be crying, like
gotta check in on them.
They might not host because they get first refusal.
Yeah, but would they be so? What would they send it to the UK, or do you feel like they would be proud?
I mean, who came second? Armenia? Well, Spain came second. Oh my god.
So they'll pull a Liverpool, maybe.
Yeah, give it to. Why not give it to Spain?
Spain would host an amazing Junior Eurovision.
Spain
They
would be
would
a
do
fabulous
incredible. Look
host.
at Benidorm. Like
Yeah.
they could do an amazing junior.
I mean, I feel like France has enough money that they're gonna host it.
Because
Because
it's not
junior's
nearly
so
as expensive
small.
as the
Yeah,
Olympics.
and it's not nearly expensive as adult Eurovision.
Mhm.
You only have to, have everything for a week. No, I think that they'll probably host again next year. I just know that they've got to be like, okay, what do we need to do now to get adult Eurovision right? Honestly, I think send some cute, sweet French pop music.
Yeah, please.
Send
Please do
Jane.
that.
Ooh, send Jane, because she's getting her bag this year.
Why is that? Like that song is almost 10 years old.
Like, right? And then it was on a TJ Maxx ad. And I was like,
It was
okay,
all
that's
over
Makeba.
TikTok.
Yeah. I'm like, what is happening with Makeba?
Because like that song, when that song went back around and was like back on the radio and stuff, I was telling everybody, it's like y'all know this ain't new, right?
This is old.
This is old. Like I was like about to graduate high school when this was coming out. Like,
oh God, that makes me feel old.
well,
I definitely
was I about to
out of high
graduate? No, I
school.
wasn't about to graduate. It was the year prior of my graduation.
That makes me feel even older.
Hey, my job here is to be like the 97 baby.
Ugh. When's your no? Never mind. With that,
with the bad taste I now put in Lily's mouth.
with Jordan reminding me of my ancient age, of my elderly self. Someone did call me elderly online today.
Elderly.
Yeah. Anyways, with that being said, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you. It's been more than an hour. We'll be back next week.
Back to our regular coverage.
Yeah. Let's talk about Malta's qualifying songs.
Malta's qualifying songs. France. We need to talk about France in depth because we have not yet.
No, we haven't. I mean, I thought, yeah, we haven't talked about France in depth. Oh, sorry.
Adult France, not junior France, like we've been talking about literally all day today, but adult France.
Yeah. Should I think what else is there?
I feel like there are a couple things, but this week has been kind of slow in the Eurovision realm of news.
I'm looking at the calendar here. Next week will be the day before the Czech national final. So maybe we'll have the artist for the Czech Republic.
I hope so.
Because their national final is that Monday.
Pam Rabbit.
I know you want Pam. I don't even know who I want to see come.
Ellis Mraz.
Please. Oh man, that'd be great.
Oh my goodness.
I enjoy the Czech national final every year though.
Me too. Yeah, and they get better at it every year too. It's a lot more cohesive.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back next week. And then the week after that we'll have 2 songs. We can do our ranking of our top 2.
We can do a ranking of our top 2. Let's see if this is the dividing line between us, because as soon as we have 2 songs, then there are 2 camps, you know?
Who's winning?
I will always relive Mal versus Merci, but anyways, yes. Thank you guys.
Mal versus Merci was
that was a fight. That was a fight. And that was a good fight too. When I think about early rivalries, like top 2 rivalries with 2 songs, I think about that because that was a moment.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back again. And there's other songs we're gonna have.
Which ones?
We'll have a lot of stuff next week, I feel like.
We will.
So,
and félicitations à Zoe. Congratulations, Zoe. Congratulations, France, for winning the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. We love you. Je vous souhaite mille succès.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave comments. Bye.
Bye.
I didn't hit the button like I thought I did.